Welcome to the channel. You all are doing well. Let me get some things out of the way here. Thank you all so much for continuing to support the channel. Listen, y'all, I had to stop what I was doing to come on and give you all some breaking news. Okay, let me let you all know that I'm live. Let me just share this to our community tab. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm right back on. Okay. All right, y'all. Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Listen, I just wanted to come on real quick with some breaking news. Okay, this news just came out, and I want to get your thoughts on this. Okay, please make sure if you haven't already that you share this information. Okay, I know that many people, including myself, okay, have been following this story, wondering what was going to become of this topic. And so here we are. Today is the last day of June. You know, the Supreme Court, which is said to be described as the highest court in our land here in America, in the United States of America. Just on yesterday, it was announced that they issued a ruling saying that in regards to affirmative action, it could no longer be used, that race could no longer be used as a factor, deciding factor in college and university admissions. Okay, now I want to come on and let you all know that once again, okay, the Supreme Court has issued another ruling. Okay, and in this ruling, y'all, the Supreme Court has rejected, okay, the student loan forgiveness plan. Now, you all know right here on the channel, I brought you extensive coverage, okay, over the months regarding, hold on, y'all, just a minute, let me sneeze. Thank you. Regarding President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, where for some borrowers, they were willing to forgive up to, I believe, $20,000. Okay. Well, now with this ruling, okay, the breaking news, y'all, breaking news, Supreme Court rejects student loan forgiveness plan. Okay. So I want to come on and talk about it. And please make sure you share your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with this decision? Okay. Let me just pull up my information here. Again, thank you all so much for your support. Okay, listen, y'all. The Supreme Court has blocked President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program, invalidating, okay, the article says, a program aimed at delivering up to $20,000 of relief to millions of borrowers. Okay, please let me know, were you one of the people, or did you know someone who actually went through the application process before it was taken offline? I believe in one of my videos, I actually went to the website and I was showing people, you know, we were just kind of talking about it. Here's, you know, what the information is. Here's where you click to apply. Now, I myself, I did not apply for it, but I do know people that did. Okay, but listen at this, y'all. Biden, it says, Biden will announce new actions to protect student loan borrowers when he speaks later Friday. So at some point in today, they're saying he is supposed to speak. Now, for myself, I've shared with you all in the video where I was talking about affirmative action. I was blessed and fortunate because I kept my grades up, and because I was involved in many extracurricular activities. For my undergraduate degree, I actually received a full scholarship, so I had no student loan debt my first 4 years of college. I acquired a smaller amount of student debt when I pursued graduate studies. And then I actually, you know, there are different, if you're not familiar, there are different, there are different forms of forgiveness, loan forgiveness. And so I utilized one of those just a few years back, and I was able to get a great portion of that forgiven by meeting certain criteria. And so now I have a very small amount, right? But which I hope to have forgiven soon as well, but through, like I said, through a different route. But this particular program, for millions and millions of borrowers, right? For millions of borrowers, they were offering up to $20,000 of relief. So many people, people that have tens of thousands, depending on their degree, what they're, pursuing, many of them may have accumulated over the years tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So for many people, this would have been a great help. Okay. I've shared through statistics. Okay. The data says that the majority of borrowers, student loan borrowers, those who have student loan debt, are African Americans, Black people. I'm not sure the breakdown as far as the percentage and all of that, but what I'm basically trying to say is millions of people were counting on this aid. Okay, but let's get back into it, y'all. Okay. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, okay, is said to have held the Supreme Court's ruling blocking President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program, which Republicans have been trying to take aim at in Congress. Okay. Here's a quote. It says, President Biden's student loan giveaway, he called it. Okay. President Biden's, and I quote, this is a quote by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who said, and I quote, President Biden's student loan giveaway is ruled unlawful. Now, the word unlawful is all in capital letters. Okay. The 87% of Americans without student loans are no longer forced to pay for the 13% who do, he tweeted. Okay. This builds, the quote continues. He said, this builds on the Fiscal Responsibilities Act. I'm sorry. Let me start over. Okay. Here's the quote. And I quote, President Biden's student loan giveaway is ruled unlawful. The 87% of Americans without student loans are no longer forced to pay for the 13% who do, he tweeted. This builds on the fiscal responsibilities. I can't even read, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay. This build on the Fiscal Responsibility Acts in to the payment pause. Okay. That was kind of almost like a tongue twister to say. Now, as I'm reading, they're updating the information. So now I'm trying to find the place where I was just reading. Okay, please let me know your thoughts. Please share your thoughts. Let me just make sure that everything is working. Okay, I hope that you all are, I keep looking back because, you got to be aware of your surroundings, right? Okay, let me check something. I hope you all can hear me and see me clearly. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Let's see. Just a moment. All right, hold on just a minute, y'all. Let me just check something. Okay, I think it's back now. All right, hold on just a minute, y'all. Let me just check something. All right, so everything seems to be working well. Let me just type in the comments and make sure that hold on, y'all. All right, let me continue going where I left off, okay? All right, so again, y'all, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy held the Supreme Court ruling blocking President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program, which Republicans have been trying to take aim at in Congress. Okay, he was quoted as saying, and I quote, President Biden's student loan giveaway is ruled unlawful. The 87% of Americans without student loans are no longer forced to pay for the 13% who do, he tweeted. This builds on the Fiscal Responsibility Act's end to the payment pause. The president must follow the law. Okay, this is what he's saying. Now, the article also goes on to say Republicans had included an end to student loan forgiveness in their House GOP debt ceiling plan, but the deal that ultimately passed Congress required Biden to end a pandemic-era pause on student loan payments by the end of this summer. Okay, so far, the article says, McCarthy has not weighed in on, I think it was something else going on as well, another ruling, which I'm not sure at this time of the video what they're talking about, but I'll do some research on that as well. But that's pretty much what it's saying. Now, this particular article that I am referencing, it again is talking about how Republicans are applauding the Supreme Court's rejection of Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Let me ask you all this question. Now, do you think, what do you think that his student loan forgiveness plan was really about? Was it a way for was it a way for him and his administration to somehow retain the black vote? I want to ask that question. And the reason why I ask that is because we see how our economy is going, right? We see if inflation is through the roof. We still have, although, they talk about the jobs that are added, do they talk about the jobs that are lost? There are people who are unemployed. I spoke recently in another video. I talked about the homeless population in the areas that I frequently travel. It seems to be an increase, a rise in the homeless population, not only in the city areas, but the outskirts as well, right? So many other factors. And I hear that there's a term called Bidenomics. Okay, what does that even mean? What does that mean to you? What is Bidenomics? I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video, but I just wanted to bring it up. But why do you feel he introduced the student loan forgiveness plan in the first place? Now, as I have said before, student loan forgiveness is not reparations. Okay, if you're new to the channel, to let you know, sorry y'all, I got a sinus thing going on, but I'll be better. If you're new to the channel, I've talked about reparations before. My stance on that, right? Student loan forgiveness. Okay, when you think back to many years, even people that I know that have accumulated student loan debt, not in all cases, but there are some cases where, because of what the student wanted to learn in or what they wanted to learn at the time, many people were not able to, many students, okay, talking about student loans. So many students, they were not guaranteed jobs. So after going to school for however many number of years they went, they were not guaranteed or they did not receive jobs in their field, okay? Or if they did, they were, their salary may not have been enough to make those payments. I was talking with a lady one time, and she was saying how she has multiple degrees, right? She has her bachelor's, master's, the different, type of degrees and everything. She doesn't have a doctorate, but I think maybe she has like 3 or 4 degrees, something like that. Maybe even more. But she was just talking about how over the years she had accumulated over $100,000 in student loan debt. That can affect your ability to do many things. Okay, when in regards to finances or financial planning, things like that, it could prevent you or hinder you from doing those things, right? Because of the debt that you're carrying. And from my understanding, student loan debt doesn't necessarily go away. It pretty much stays around unless you take advantage of programs where you can have student loan forgiveness. So what I'm saying is, my question now is, what was it? Hello to everyone who's tuning in. Thank you so much for joining. I was wondering, okay, is the comments working? Like, I know sometimes this platform doesn't always. Can you all please post a comment if you're tuning in? Post a comment. Let me know the comments are working. Let me know that you can hear me. But I know oftentimes, I lost my train of thought that quickly. But what I'm really saying is, do I feel that there should be some form of forgiveness. You know, like I said, people accumulated massive amounts of student debt. Some, you know, there are some people, and you know, in many ways it has affected them, right? um Now, do I feel like there should be some form of forgiveness? Possibly. The question is, who pays for it? Okay, do we pay for it, you and I? What about our children and future generations? Who's gonna, you know, pay for it? um you know, that's a good question. I want to know your thoughts on that. You let me know. Should there have been some form of student loan forgiveness, and if so, what should it have been? What was Biden's true intention behind student loan forgiveness? My question is, was it a way for him to try to keep the black vote because of everything that was happening, and, you know, the way things, inflation and other factors, the way things have turned out? Just look at our current economy, y'all. And I'm not saying that to say that there aren't good things that are happening, but what I am saying is, I know a few years ago, even prior to the pandemic, okay, can we blame everything that's going on the pandemic? I don't know. Do you think so? Y'all, please make sure you're drinking water, okay? It's very hot. Please make sure that you're drinking water. But what I'm saying is, look at how our economy is now. Just you can even put in the comments, describe some of the things that are happening in our economies. It's Bidenomics, okay? Is that even a good thing when you consider the state of our economy, the agendas that are being pushed, things that are going on, plans and talks that are being had? Is that even a good thing? I don't know. Y'all let me know, what does that word mean to you, right? What was his true intention behind student loan forgiveness? Was he, like I said, was he trying, although I'm not saying only black people have student loans, okay? I know that's not true, but the data shows that the majority of borrowers, okay, the majority of those carrying student loan debt are black people. So my question is, the reason why I'm asking, that is the reason why I'm asking, was he trying to keep the black vote? Okay, was that a way to maintain and keep the black vote? Okay, we know that and I'll conclude here because I'm headed to my next destination. We know that the 2024 election is coming up, just next year. You know, I don't want to get too far into talking about politics. I'm definitely not trying to tell you who to vote for, who you should vote for. I'm not going to say that. But, you know, some of his, campaign promises seem like they're being struck down. Okay, he's having a hard time trying to deliver on some things that he promised in his speech. So what I do is, y'all, I'll listen to, I plan on tuning in to hear what he has to say about this recent news of the student loan forgiveness plan being thrown out by the Supreme Court. And I'll probably come back and do a follow-up video and maybe even get your thoughts on that as well. Okay, thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, this is breaking news. Supreme Court rejects the student loan forgiveness plan that was supported by President Biden. Okay, let me know your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with the decision? And if either way, just if you could explain why or why not. Okay, y'all take care. So to answer the question, do I agree or disagree with it? I'm gonna ask the question again, y'all. What do you expect? Okay. Now, because like I said, everyone's situation is different. I found other avenues. And here's what I would actually recommend, right? Or I would suggest to someone wanting to go to college, look at different paths to go to college without having to pay for it. And what I mean without having to pay for it, there are several scholarships out there. There are thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of scholarships that are out there that people just, don't apply for, don't know about. Just explore opportunities that you may be able to take advantage of if you're, thinking about college or even other pathways. Okay. But, even with that, do your research. Okay. All right, y'all. So Basically, to answer the question, do I agree or disagree? My answer is, what do you expect? Okay, you don't have to wait around and sit around and expect or wait on someone to help you. Okay, create your own opportunities, make your own paths, do your research, look into, okay, how can I go to college at this program and get a scholarship? um a lot of times we miss out on information. We don't know, oh, I could have done this or I could have done that. We don't know about these things. Okay, even the pathways that I went through to get my the great majority of my graduate degree loans forgiven. A lot of people don't even know about that pathway. So you got to do your research. Again, don't wait on someone to tell you. Go and search these things for yourself. Okay, you know what I did. I found out about the program. I went and researched, okay, what I need to have. Oh, I meet this criteria. I meet this criteria. I got my documentation together. Got whoever else had to sign it or verify it. They did their thing, sent it in. And within a few short weeks, right, I got my letter. This loan is paid out, paid in full, paid in full, paid in full. Okay. So, again, y'all, you got to know it for yourself. Do your own research. Don't wait on someone to help you know what's going on. Okay. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Stay safe. Thank you all so much for continuing to support the channel. I appreciate you all. Make sure you like this video, share this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Okay. Y'all take care. Take care. Be blessed. Talk to you soon. Stay hydrated, y'all. Okay. It's very hot. Be safe.